Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television. A reminder of our top stories. Former Attorney General Mohamed Adoke writes Interpol seeking his release from the UAE, where he's been in detention since November 11. Speaker of the Taraba State House of Assembly, Peter Daya, resigns his position, citing personal reasons. Federal government reopens Kara Burger access to the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, which has been partially closed since September. And British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says 74 terror prisoners who were released early will have their license conditions reviewed. For more information on our top stories, please visit our website, channelstv.com, and also subscribe to watch Channels Television's live stream on YouTube and other social media platforms. We're now being joined on the news at 10 by Mr. Adedamola Kuti, the Federal Controller of Roads in Lagos State, to shed some more light on the reopening of the Kara Burger axis of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. We'd like to welcome you to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Now, the closure started about September the 2nd, I believe. And given that the deadline for the completion of that part of the road was shifted, what informed this decision to open that part of the road now, and that's inward Lagos?
Inward Lagos.
Yes.
Yeah, the work has been completed on that stretch, and ordinarily, we were actually supposed, our plan was to move in traffic on that particular bound lane, that inward into Lagos, so that we can work on this outbound to, outbound Lagos. But as it is, if we have to start that now, we may not be able to conclude it before the Christmas period. So the best option for us is to open both lanes for traffic.
Commuters are still anxious about more gridlock since the outward Lagos appears to be closed.
No, it's not closed. Everywhere is open.
Well, because I applied that route on my way to the news.
No, the idea now is, instead of going through that diversion, this other newly constructed stretch has been opened. So for those who are leaving Lagos, they are now to use both. It will be a bit of inconvenience for us to start removing those barriers. So as you go out of Lagos, you use both lanes. Use both lanes, and that is what it is.
Tell us now, it seems the rains, appear to have subsided for now. When exactly are your men back in January, specific dates? And another question people want to know is, you've given several deadlines. So how are we sure that the January 2020 deadline will be met?
No, the issue is that we are not leaving Lagos-Ibadan completely. We just completed this stretch on Kara. Work, as I speak, work is ongoing at Magboro. Work is ongoing at Ibafo area and also at Mowe. So what we are saying is that for this stretch, because it's very, very critical to this road, this is the link with Lagos. And so as we move back, now that this area has been completed, this particular team will now be used to reinforce the other sections, Magboro and Ibafo areas, while we allow traffic to move in freely here. So once we resume work in January, by January 6th, that particular stretch, the outbound Lagos, will now start working.
And the suffering continues, because that's what a lot of Nigerians fear.
No, that's not the right word to use. You see, the issue is that at the end of the day, now that it has been opened, we are now pleading with motorists to also take it easy. So at the end of the day, it is in everybody's interest for us to work on this stretch. And then, of course, you can now have a very smooth ride. So it's not an issue of suffering. It's even, so once you create a diversion, it's a moving traffic. You only have problems when there are breakdowns, and that one is not, is beyond me.
If you were to give us a percentage of work done, how much would you say, how much percent has been done on the Kara Burger end now, in terms of works?
Well, in terms of work, except if you are comparing the work that has been done now on the entire stretch, the entire stretch from Old Toll Gate up to Shagamu, we are about 42%.
How about the Kara Burger?
The Kara Burger, we have completed one stretch. And that stretch is just about kilometer 5 into Lagos. It's just about kilometer 5 into Lagos. So what we completed is just 600 meters. And we are moving to the outbound lane to complete the other 600 meters. While we keep on moving from one stretch to another.
So in percentage, where would you say we are in terms of the road work?
No, I just told you now that the percentage completion on the entire stretch, it's about 42%. It's difficult for me to now isolate this Baga stretch, because it's just an integral part of Lagos-Ibadan Section 1.
Finally, your message to motorists, especially seeing as, the festive period is coming in on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway and really other parts of Lagos essentially where there seems to be a lot of gridlock.
Yeah, my message is very simple. The Lagos-Ibadan is still under construction, is still within the construction zone, and our people, we want to enjoin them to, to drive within the stipulated speed. And most of all the stretches that have been completed, people should drive within the stipulated FRSA speed.
All right, we appreciate your time, Mr. Adidamola Kuti.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
The Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, has flagged off the vaccination of 1 million livestock in 6 local government councils of Yobe North Senatorial District. Speaking at Gashau, the headquarters of Bade Local Government Council, Senator Lawan says the support will further help pastoralists in the state contribute immensely to the economic growth of the country. According to him, an additional 36 solar-powered boreholes will also be provided for the farmers across the district.
House of Assembly members. This year, we will be vaccinating 1 million livestock in this senatorial district. I believe that this is one thing we owe our herdsmen. We owe them. They are Nigerians like all of us. They vote for us. They live with us, but they also contribute very well to the economy of this country. And therefore, it is only fair that we give them similar or even more recognition. In addition to the vaccination of 1 million livestock within Yobe North Senatorial District, we also have planned, by the grace of God, to drill 36 solar boreholes across the senatorial district.
President of Senate Ahmed Lawan. As the Nasarawa state government puts measures in place to provide access to safe water, residents grappling with water scarcity are responding differently. While some have taken responsibility for its provision, others who do not have the resources are waiting and hoping that government efforts yield the needed result. Our correspondent Halima Gayam reports.
Musa is a peasant farmer and also an internally displaced person who, with one of his wives and children, have decided to settle here at Ungwarumakama, Nasarawa Egon local government area of Nasarawa state. Musa says he has found peace here, but access to safe water is a biting challenge, just as it is for many others in the state. This hand-dug well, supported with a plank down his house, is their only source of water.
Ana ya binti ana wanka ana sha a wannan rijiya ban sani ko ba tunda muna amfani da rijiya na ba mu ga wani matsala ko ba.
Ruwana da muna amfani da shi ba mu ga matsala ko ba. Ina so gwamnati ta taimake mu yi muna bawo.
In the same northern region of the state is Kanja community, a banana and plantain farming settlement in Wamba local government area. Over 7,500 inhabitants contend with decades of water scarcity.
Initially, we don't have any potable water in the town. So we go to the stream where the cows passes and other animals too, because of lack of potable water.
Uwai Shama is a youth corps member from the community serving in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. She is contributing her quota to tackling the water crisis in the state.
I did it for my people. I felt they need it because they don't have water to drink. They are suffering of water, typhoid, malaria, because of lack of water.
However, the Nasarawa state government is not oblivious of the water challenge. Upon assumption of office, the state governor inaugurated a 7-man task force to address the huge problem of lack of potable water. After 2 months appraising the water situation in the state, the task force has submitted a report to the state government.
You recall that during the electioneering campaigns, we promised to provide social amenities, of which water is major, to make life meaningful for our people. It is for this reason that the provision of potable water constitutes one of the cardinal objectives of this administration.
Not just for domestic consumption, water is essential for socio-economic development and maintaining a healthy ecosystem. But Nasarawa State is one state without a water policy for 23 years. With the receipt of the report of the task force, residents are looking forward to its implementation as they continue to manage their various water sources. Halima Gayam, Channels Television News.
When the news at 10 returns, Zenith Bank's chairman Jim Ovia seeks more funding for SMEs as bank holds second style fair in Lagos. Please join us again.